Hello and welcome to another episode of the Wolf Review. Today we're finishing up part 5 of Halo the Master Chief Collection for the Xbox One. So if you've been following this review, you already know that Halo the Master Chief Collection is a re-release of Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, and Halo 4. So this part of the review is going to cover the collection as a whole. So what I liked about Halo the Master Chief Collection is that you have Halo 1 through 4 all in one place. You don't have to dig out your old Xbox or Xbox 360 to play the former games in the series. They're just all right there with a very easy to navigate menu, and it's just great. The Master Chief Collection also features an app called the Halo Channel. It's kind of a neat add-on that adds episodic story content to the Halo world. The production values seem relatively high, and most of the content so far is very worth watching. Halo the Master Chief Collection also features a consolidated control scheme, so every game from Halo 1 all the way to Halo 4 are using the same control scheme, so you're never going to get confused when you're switching between, Halo 1 and Halo 4. It's all going to be familiar. I also like the fact that the remastered Halo 2 just looks absolutely phenomenal. The cutscenes have been remastered, and you can switch between the two, between the original graphics and the new graphics, and you can really see how much 343 Industries has really stepped up the game and made it look just absolutely gorgeous. I also like the fact that with the exception of Halo 1 and 2, most of the games run at a solid 60 frames per second and never dip, and they run at 1080p. Finally, I really think it's cool that Microsoft is including the Halo 5 multiplayer beta, which starts later in December. That's going to be a blast. The things I don't care for about Halo the Master Chief Collection, and this first one is huge. Many games this generation are releasing broken. And Halo the Master Chief Collection is no exception. The game is clearly unfinished, and the multiplayer has been broken since launch, with many people still unable to get into a match. And in my case, even if I do get into a match, I get disconnected almost immediately because it's just that broken. I also don't care for the fact that Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2 both have frame rate issues. There's a lot going on behind the scenes with Halo 2. It doesn't run at 1080p because they wanted to have the instant switch, and that works flawlessly. But the frame rate issue can kind of detract from the game a little bit. Now, this one goes along with the broken release or the unfinished release problem. The playlist, which is a feature that was very touted when they announced the game, such as the playlist to play through Halo 1 all the way to the end of Halo 4, they're still broken. I tried to use that particular playlist, and it just crashed out every time, so I haven't been able to use the playlist like I wanted to. I know I personally was really looking forward to that, and so having that not function was very detrimental to me. Overall, I give Halo the Master Chief Collection a 7.5. The only reason it's getting a 7.5 is because of the great games that are included in the package. Halo 1 through 4 they're fantastic experiences on their own, and putting them in this great collection, that automatically gets it at like a 7. And then the remastered edition of Halo 2 being as visually appealing as it is, that gets it that extra half a point. But the game loses 2.5 points because it was broken at launch and is still broken almost a month and a half later. Hopefully Microsoft will get their act together and get that fixed. So if you're a fan of Halo and you're willing to wait around for Microsoft and 343 Industries to iron out the bugs, then Halo Master Chief Collection is a great buy. $60 for 4 really great games plus access to the Halo 5 multiplayer beta is really awesome. But if you're not willing to deal with the bugs, and you're not really going to be missing too much, so you could skip it. So with that, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Wolf Review. Next time we're going to take a look at World of Warcraft's Warlords of Draenor expansion pack. So please don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.